Let's drop the puck. It's time for first period action. Brought to you by Lux 22 on Grant Raider Radio.
For Raiders and the Everett Silvertips, the WHL final. Raiders have the lead 1-0. Up against Julius Vietten, and the puck is down, and we're underway. Raiders have control as Christensen sends it to the right for Rudolph. He'll drop it back to his blue line for Christensen up the right side, and Doobie dumps it in. DuPont's after it in his own zone. Landon DuPont trying to work up the left side wall. Check to the wall by Oehring. Puck comes loose around behind the net. Liskey turns it over to Korkish. Now Doobie. Doobie from distance tried to fire. That's blocked. Korkish had a jam at it as well. Puck comes out to Raider territory, but the Raiders have had possession so far through the first 30 seconds. Here's Christensen now. Up the right side, ahead for Doobie. It's knocked away from him, and now here comes Miettinen the other way. Here come the Silvertips now, trying a centering pass. Rudolph blocks that one, and now here's Coots fresh off the bench. Has it on the right side wall. He'll shovel it left side for Christensen. Christensen now to the middle of his zone. Plays it off the right side wall. Out to center for Severson. Severson's knocked down the blue line, but it gets loose to Coots, who fires. That's stopped by Miller. Silvertips get the rebound. It's played out to center by Jackson Vaughn. Now up the right side comes Kaplan, who makes a nice move down the right wall. In towards the corner wall. Left side of Orshulak. Kaplan gets it back to the point. Loose with a shot. That's sticked away by Orshulak. And now Barrett gets control. He'll backhand it off the glass out to center. And it's a 2-on-1. Coots has Severson with him. Coots down the left side. Fires and misses just wide. And where did that one go? It bounced over the glass and out of play. Minute 15 in. Right side of the goal for the Silvertips. It comes back to Bennett. Kelly, who sends a shot just wide of the goal. The rebound sticked away by Miller. Now Heisey plays it down low for McKegarty. Silvertips get it back to the point, and Kelly will sweep it over to his defensive partner in Cripps. Right side of the red line, he'll dump it in. Miller's out of his net. He'll stop it behind his crease. Picked up by the Silvertips in Ueda. Ueda had it turned over. Now it comes over to Ben Harvey. Harvey up the left side wall into the corner for McKegarty. He'll drive below the goal line and around behind the net. McKegarty out to the right side wall now. McKegarty cycling to the middle of the blue line, tried to shoot through traffic. That's blocked now. Heisey gets the rebound. Wraparound attempt. That stopped. Heisey, I thought, had his stick held on to for a moment as he tried to get it loose, but it never got called. And the Silvertips slip it down the ice. Cripps is after it. Icing waved off as he plays it behind his net for Kelly on the left. Here's Bennett Kelly. Back to Cripps on the right. He'll play this one out to center up the left side for McKegarty now. McKegarty drops it back for Harvey. Harvey looking for a centering feed. Doesn't have one as he spins, and the Silvertips take it away. Here's DuPont out to center. He'll go back and forth with Jamieson. Now here's DuPont on the right wall as he enters. He'll fire. That's stopped by Orshulak, and Rudolph's after the rebound. That's Daxon Rudolph up the left side for Christensen. He'll play it off the wall, held in by DuPont. Blocked now by Harvey, and Harvey trying to work this one out to center. Evan Smith lost his stick, and it's cleared all the way into the middle of the Raiders' zone as the Silvertips dump it back in. Christensen behind his net, plays it out the right side. Connor Howe couldn't hold on to it clean, but he'll get it loose for Evan Smith at center. Now to the middle, here's Boychuk. Boychuk with control on the left side wall. He'll blow a tire as he plays it into the corner. Howe's after it now against Rudig. Cade Rudig out the left side. He'll bring this out to center. Rudig's going to go through everybody here as the Silvertips go for a change. Rudig from the right wall takes a shot. He's hit to the wall hard there by Barrett, who gets the loose puck and brings it out to center. Nice move by Barrett, too. He'll backhand this one high into the air opposite side, and Boychuk will chase it down. He's in the corner, checked off the puck by Pisani. And the Silvertips get it back. Oehring with a check, but couldn't get it loose. Here's Rudig. Chased out from behind his net by Korkish, who stays with him. Sent up the right side, out to center for Miettinen. Miettinen's through the middle. He'll try a shot. That's blocked. Rebound attempt. That one scores! Silvertips are on the board first once again, and I think it's Carter Mayer for the second straight night opening the scoring.
Yeah, this is a really solid play. Gets himself into the right spot on the ice, and he does a good job with that quick release. As unfortunately the Raiders just couldn't get control of this puck as it started bouncing around, and Everett picks up the first goal in this game, same as they did last night.
So Carter Mayer for the second straight night has opened the scoring, and the Silvertips have the lead. 3 minutes and 20 seconds in. Face off at center. We'll see Oehring on the draw versus Miettinen, but wait. We had a little review after the last time. This time around, it's all good. It's in the back of the net, and the Silvertips are on the board. Raiders have control off the draw at center. Barrett sends it ahead up the right side, and Doobie tips it in. Miller's after it behind his net. He'll send it right side for DuPont. He'll send it up the right wall. Bear with a give-and-go play, but lost his handle on it, and it's all the way into Raider territory. Silvertips got it loose for a moment, but Barrett takes it right back. Lyndon Barrett now up the left side wall, finds Oehring. He'll play it to the middle for Doobie. Doobie's over center, crossing the right side of the blue line. Doobie stick tied up there by Liskey, and they'll battle each other for it. DuPont and Doobie battling each other. DuPont fell out of the pile as the puck comes out to center. Korkish drops it back, now sent ahead. Doobie up the right side. Neuring chops it in. Neuring will go for an attack here as his line mates go for a change. Puck left side in the Silvertip zone. It's DuPont ahead for Jackson Vaughn. He'll get to center and dump this one in. Brock Cripps is the last man back behind his net. He'll send it around right side for Sarkanov. Sarkanov towards the middle for Sievertson. He's taken to the right side wall, but he'll give it to Coots, who drops it for Sarkanov. Silvertips are able to chop it back in. Here's Bennett Kelly behind his net, left corner for Coots now. Coots skating right, gets away from one man, now trying to burn around another, and he does. Here comes Braden Coots with a head of steam out the right side to center. Coots going to keep on boogieing his way through the middle, now left side, Sarkanov a shot! That's stopped by Miller, and the rebound's loose in the corner. Jackson Vaughn gets control for the Silvertips. He'll play it ahead for Kaplan. Kaplan, poke check by Rudolph stepping up into the play. Now Jackson Vaughn gets out to center. Vaughn gains the red line and dumps it in. Orschelak couldn't stop it behind his net, and it comes all the way to the right wing for Sievertson. Sievertson sent it left side, looking for Heisey. It's off the mark, and here come the Silvertips. Heslop down the right side, poke check below the goal line. Heslop trying to send it out the back door. It's taken away by the Raiders, and McKegarty has it on the left wall. He'll send it out the right side to center for Rudolph. Rudolph gains center and flips this one in. The two Raiders defensemen are leading the rush here as Christensen goes in on the forecheck. Puck loose, McKegarty with a check as well, but Shantz gets it for the Silvertips, and out to center for Liskey. Liskey dumps this one in. Heslop's the first man to it. Heisey rides him into the corner. Now they'll battle for it. Left side wall in the Raiders zone here. Shantz trying to walk to the front. Chopped off his stick up to the blue line. Held in by Liskey. A shot. That one hits a stick, goes over the glass and out of play. To it. Smith on the draw versus Nolan Chasko. This time Chasko wins it to the right wall for Jamieson. It's poke checked off his stick to Rudig, who fires and scores! Silvertips out, a 2-0 lead. Kane Rudig through a screen, top right corner. And it's early. The Silvertips are up by 2.
Yeah, Rudig with a really good shot. This puck comes loose off that face-off draw, and it comes back to Rudig, and Rudig steps in and rips it. It may have had a slight deflection that gets it elevated even sharper, getting up and over the shoulder of Mikhail Orschelak. And early on, Everett 5 shots on goal to the Raiders 2. And, Everett is right back into this one right now, obviously with a 2-goal lead.
Shots on goal brought to you by our friends at Fresh Air Experience. As Marty mentioned, 5-2 in favor of the Silvertips. They haven't put the second goal on the board just yet. They are having a quick look at it. I don't know why anything would come back on this one. But it is 2-0 Silvertips early, and we'll have a face-off at center. Rudig with his second point of the night has given the Silvertips that second goal as it's dumped into Raider territory. Here's Barrett, who plays it behind his net for Oiring. Oiring off the right wall, trying to play it ahead for Doobie, but it dies along the way. Doobie came back and got it under control anyways. He's out to center and into the Silvertip zone. Dumped ahead by Korkish now. Doobie's after it behind the net against Liskey. Silvertips get it loose up to the right point. Barrett holds this one in. Sent behind the Silvertips goal. DuPont for Liskey on the left. Liskey spins away from Oiring and sends it up the left side. Off the stick of Miettinen out to center, and it's dumped back in by Barrett. Pardon me, that's Van Hunnen. Now here's DuPont up the right side for Bear. He'll send it left side for Liskey. Up the right side, Van Hunnen got a touch on it. That'll negate icing as Cripps goes after it in his own zone. Cripps plays it to the left corner for Barrett. Barrett off the left wall, high into the air. It's going to drop to the stick of Sarkanov, and he'll dump this one in. Miller's behind his net for the Silvertips. He'll send it right side for Vluswick. Sarkanov takes it away. Sarkanov now finds Coots towards the slot. He'll fire. That hits something in front. Rebound up front. Bouncing around. Sarkanov got a shot away, and I think Miller got a piece of it with a skate. Now here's Coots trying to feed it back to Sarkanov. He'll get it at the blue line and have no other option but to shovel it down low. Silvertips get control here. Sent up the right side. Gould out to center now on the stick of Jackson Vaughn. Vaughn enters the zone. Bennett Kelly swipes it off his stick, and they'll battle for it in the corner. Picked up by Cripps on the left side now. Ahead for Sarkanov. Sarkanov looks out to center. He'll feather it up the left wall for Sievertson. He'll just touch this one into the Silvertips zone and go for a change. Cade Rudig's around behind his net. His pass is into the feet of McKegarty, who gets it corralled at center again. McKegarty takes a shot there from Gould, trying to work it up the right wall, and the Silvertips take it away. Here's Rudig again on the right side now. He'll walk up to the red line and dump this one in. Around behind the Raider goal here, Jackson Rudolph couldn't catch up to it. It's up to the blue line and held in by the Silvertips. Here's Bush from the right side, shouldered away by Orschelak. Silvertips get it back. It's Rudig down the right wall now. He's got to lean in towards the goal. He'll fire! And that's stopped by Orschelak, who holds the post this time. Play stopped, and we'll head to this first Smitty's Family Restaurant media timeout. It's 2-0 for the Silvertips.
Free opportunity to finish off on checks. That's what we're expecting.
Silvertips have it off the draw. DuPont, a one-timer, blocking away by Orszalak. The rebound bounced off the back wall, and a couple guys are tied up as the puck comes out front. Doobie gets control, and Doobie will bring it out to center as he crosses with Korkish. Doobie driving down the left wall now, going towards the goal. He's poke-checked wide, and he'll fall behind the net here as the Silvertips get control. It's Miettinen up the right side, working his way out the right side to center. Miettinen gains the Raider blue line, dumped in. Rudolph gets it behind his net, sent up the right side. Bear cuts it off and plays it back to the point. Liskey ahead for Bear again. Rudolph takes that one away. Now there's a battle for it on the right wall, bouncing around, and it's back below the goal line of the Raiders zone. Christensen gets control. Left side for Korkish. He'll try and keep it going up the wall, but Van Hunnen blocks that one. Puck to the middle. Korkish with a nice stick lift, and the Raiders have it out to center. Doobie's pass for Oiring was off the mark as Oiring was looking over his left shoulder. It came over his right. And now the Silvertips trying to dump it in, but Bear fanned on it, and the Raiders get it back. Here's Rudolph, now Barrett. Barrett skating to the left side of his own goal. He'll go behind his net and send it right side for Rudolph. Looking out to center. It's tipped over center by Sievertson. And then the Silvertips get control. Miller plays it behind his net for Blueswick, and Blueswick gets it back. Up the right side, Chance, I don't think, got a piece of it on the right side of center. It's an icing call against the Silvertips, first one tonight.
Barrett on the back end and face off down to the left-hand side of Miller.
Face off won by the Raiders. Sievertson gets it back to the right point looking for Barrett, but it just hops over his stick and he'll have to retreat out to his own zone. Barrett in his own slot, now backing up to the right. He'll send it left for Mann. Matches Mann. Back up the right side to center for Barrett. Ahead for Sievertson. He'll dump this one down low, and Sarkanov's in on the attack. Sarkanov plays it behind the net for Coots now. Coots back to the left point for Mann. Right side, Barrett, who's got lots of time and space. He'll fire! That's blocked by Sievertson trying to tip it. Oh no, maybe blocked by the Silvertip who's down on the ice. Here's Barrett on the right side. It comes into the corner now for Sievertson. There is a Silvertip on the ice who's hurting right now. That's Ueda. Now here's Barrett from the right side. He'll fire one on. That's stopped by Miller. The Silvertips will get a change here as Ueda looks like he's all right now, but boy, did he look worse for wear for a moment against Chasko. And the puck one towards the slot. Silvertips taken away. It's Rudig out the right side. Rudig sends this one ahead up the right side to center. Big hit there on Jamieson as he dumps it in. Now here's Cripps behind his net. He'll send it around the right side. Looking for Connor Howe. It's cut off by the Silvertips, but it comes loose to Bennett Kelly. He'll drive it up the right side wall. With some help from Evan Smith now. Brendan Rudolph in that pile for the Silvertips. Chasko in there as well for the Silvertips. Kelly gets it loose for the Raiders, though. He'll send it to the left side corner. Cripps now trying to chop it up the left wall. Gets it for Boychuk. Boychuk plays it behind his net, and Bennett Kelly has it on the right side. Up the right wall for Connor Howe. He'll tip it out to center. Smith's after it and chase, but Reese Jamieson gets there first for the Silvertips. He'll play it right to the stick of Kelly. Kelly leaves it on the right wall for Cripps. Now Cripps going to escape out the right side to center, and he's going to dance around a bunch of people, but not enough. Kaplan cuts him off, and Kaplan's in on the attack. Kaplan from distance. That's blocked by Bennett Kelly. Silvertips getting their change here. Puck around the right side. Gould had it for a moment. Still 2-0 Silvertips as Vaughn sends it out front. That's off a skating up to the blue line. Blueswick holds it in. Left side, Liskey up the wall. Now back here to the middle, and Gould found on a shot. Now Howe chops it out to center. Liskey dumps it back in, but the Silvertips are offside. Over 10 minutes gone in this first period as Bennett Kelly sends it up the right side to center. Harvey tips this one in. Blueswick's after it in his own zone as McKegarty looks to cut him off, but he'll send it around the left side instead. Gould, though, knocked down. It's on goal. Here's a chance. Rebound by Heisey. That's stopped too, and play is stopped. Real quick chance there as Jackson Rudolph got a loose puck, put it on goal. It was tipped in front, and we'll head to on the call. And the shots when the Silvertips scored their last goal were 7-3. Raiders have had the last three now.
Yes, they certainly have. Had a couple of great chances in tight.
Silvertips win the draw in their own zone. They'll play it out to center. Heslop checked by Christensen as he dumps this one in. For Daxon Rudolph's back for it. He'll find Harvey on the right wall. Now up to center for Heisey. And up the left side, McKegarty. Return feed to the middle for Heisey trying to drive the goal. He's knocked down and into the back wall hard. It's covered up by Miller. Play will stop and a face-off coming to the right side of Miller. And it's going to get played over the glass now to play right away. So face-off coming inside Silvertip territory.
Fine running with a lead.
They do not here, but Korkish is going to try and change that off the draw. His shot's blocked, and here comes DuPont out to center. He'll send it ahead up the left wall and dumped in by Van Hunnen. Now Miettinen chops this one on goal as Christensen got a stick in the way. Easy save for Orszalak. He'll toss the rebound away as we get for a face-off to his left again. Rudolph through the middle of his own blue line. Ahead for Oiring. Now right side for Doobie. Doobie trying to play it to the front of the goal. It comes to Korkish. Korkish trying to find Rudolph sneaking in on the back door. But a good stick from the Silvertips takes that one away. And DuPont's out to center. Through the middle of the red line. He'll send it over left side. Now gets the return feed on the left wall. Christensen checks DuPont just enough to send that puck wide to DuPont. Played it off the goal stick of Orszalak and through the crease wide. Now here comes Oiring out to center. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. Raiders finishing a change. Liskey has control, and he'll skate behind his net out the left side. Here comes Breck Liskey out towards center. Gains the red line, dumps it in on the left. It comes around to the right for Jamieson. Now on the right wall, dumped down low by Chasko. And back over to the left side where Jamieson recorrals it. Jamieson, check to the wall. They'll battle away for it, and it comes behind the Raider goal again, over to the right side wall where Rudig comes into the corner to try and take control. He does. Now sent to the front of the goal. It bounces around. Mann gets control for the Raiders, and he'll skate ahead to center for Coots now. Coots back to Mann on the left wall. Mann going to drive down low into the corner. Centering feed. That one goes wide. Now back to the right side. In towards the slot for Coots now. Here's Coots on the right side wall. Puts one on goal. Save made. Severson's battling for the rebound. He can't get his stick through. And Sarkanoff picks it up in the corner now. Sarkanoff back towards the left point. Coots swept it off his stick and played it away. Now here come the Silvertips on the right side. Here's Jamieson who gets a shot blocked away. And Mann gets the rebound and played around right side for Severson. Severson going to flip it in the air out to center. Silvertips have it back at their own blue line now. 13 minutes gone into this first period. Still 2-0 Silvertips. Puck sent ahead up the left side for Ryland Gould. He'll bring it in. Gould down the left side. Smith checks him off the puck in the corner. And now there's a battle for it. Cripps gets control. Cripps out the left side. Takes it to the left wall. Sends it off the glass. Looking for Connor Howe, who chops it out to center. Up to the Silvertip blue line. Silvertips played ahead though, and here they come. Gould has it knocked away from him by Kelly from fresh off the bench. He'll send it right side for Cripps. Left side for Kelly. Kelly up the left side to center. Evan Smith one-hands this one into the Silvertips zone. And it's picked up by the Silvertips. Brought up the right side by Ueda. Looks like he's recovered after a block shot earlier in the period. He'll send it behind his net for Luke Blueswick. Blueswick chased out by Smith. And up the left side towards center. Gould will dump this one in. Kaplan's after it on the right side wall. Here's Lucas Kaplan in the corner. Knocked off the puck. Vaughn got it under control. Now Kaplan sends it to the front of the goal, out to the left side point. Sent ahead by Pisani. Now back to the point. Here's DuPont. DuPont a shot. That's blocked and sent wide of the goal. Now right side, it's Rudig a shot. That's blocked in front as Orsolak got a glove on it at the last second. Now here's Heisey trying to work his way over center. He'll drop it at the blue line for Harvey. Harvey couldn't make his way through clean, and now Rudig is poke checked at center by Rudolph. Now here's McKegarty with control. McKegarty finds Harvey, who dumps it in. Miller behind his net. He'll send it left side for Pisani. Pisani up the wall, and this one gets poked out to center by Heslop. Icing waved off. It's going to die before it gets to the Raider goal line anyways, as Christensen gets control and sends it around left side for McKegarty. McKegarty drops it back on the left wall for Rudolph, out to center now and dumped in by Harvey. McKegarty goes in on the forecheck. Silvertips have control. Here is DuPont. Curls behind his net and sends it left side. Sent down the length of the ice here by Liskey. Think it was tipped along the way it was, so Jackson Rudolph has to play it in his own zone. He'll get it to Doobie now right side Christensen. He'll flip it out in the air to center. High stick down, and the Silvertips at their own blue line. That'll be a face-off in Silvertip territory when we return for the Smitty's Family Restaurant Media Timeout. 4:57 left in the first.
It's the Western Hockey League on Grant Raider Radio.
Back inside, Angel of the Winds Arena, Nick Nielsen, Marty Ring on the call. The Silvertips have a 2-0 lead. Raiders after the face-off in the Silvertips zone. DuPont has it behind his net for the Silvertips. He'll swing it up the left side for Shea Bush. Battle for it, and it comes loose towards the slot for Sarkanoff. He'll try and turn and fire, but couldn't get it through, and it comes out to center. Christensen recorrals it, and Jackson Rudolph dumps it in. Coots had control on the left wall, tried to shovel it to the middle, but it's taken away by the Silvertips, and now Shea Bush on the left side of center has to drop it back to his own zone for Breck Liskey. Liskey's passed into the skates of Bush, who circles back in his own zone on the right side, and out to center. They'll dump this one in, dump below the Raider goal line as Christensen goes back for it. Christensen sends it up the right side, finds Sarkanoff. Sarkanoff trying to play this one past center, and he'll kick this one up the right side. Sarkanoff's going to lean to the goal. Sarkanoff, he'll fire. That's blocked in front by the leg of Luke Blueswick. Raiders get the rebound to Severson. Trying to play it back to his defense, but it got by and through the defense, and Lyndon Barrett tries to jump it in on the right. Hits Aiden Neuring in the back, and they'll battle for it at the Silvertip blue line. Comes back to Barrett, and he'll dump it in right side corner. Miller out of his net. Played it for Vluswick behind. Taken away for a brief moment by Doobie. Now Cork is trying to play it out front, and it bounces off the side of the net. They're digging forward on the side of the goal. Oiring just got dumped aside there for the end of the play. Now we got some pushing and shoving as a result. And it looks like Doobie and somebody else is going from the Silvertips for sure. Barrett backs up in front of his own goaltender. In fact, he's going to curl behind. Barrett out the right side. He'll send it left now. Heisey couldn't pick it up clean. He'll have to pick it up off the wall, and he'll drop it back for Matches Man. Man now, making his way out to center. He'll get to the red line before he drops it back for Heisey. Heisey going to drive his way up the left side, trying to get around Dupont with a good stick, though. It's poked away. Now Heisey finds McKegarty now out front looking for Man, and Man on a one-timer, but it was in the air. Man wanted to go for the Michigan. The big man from Czechia almost made it happen, but couldn't get it on the way through. Now here's Barrett. Over right side for McKegarty, trying to settle it down. Poked away from him, but it comes loose, and Man's got it at the left point. Man going to play it up the left side wall. Dupont takes control in the right side corner. Sent over to the left side now, handled by Van Hunnen as the Silvertips break out to center. Van Hunnen will drop it back for Miettinen. Miettinen's going to get the wheels turning up the left side as his teammates go for a change. His shot is blocked, and the Raiders have it out to center. Here's Daxon Rudolph. He'll feed it to Braden Coots on the right side. He's got space now. Coots driving the goal, fires one in, and it's pounded away by Miller. Christensen on the rebound. He'll check the stick of Heslop out of his hands and into center, but Miettinen has the loose puck now. Sarkinov knocks him away, and Sarkinov gets control of the puck. Sarkinov now skating up to center. He'll send it up the right side. Rudolph might have a step in. Rudolph fires from distance. That's patted away by Miller. Now here's Blueswick in his left side corner. Still 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. He'll curl around behind his net to the right and send it left side for Chasko. Here comes Nolan Chasko down the left side. Checked hard to the wall by Oehring. Puck comes back to Zach Shantz, though. Shantz on the left wall. Back to Chasko at the left point. Chasko's chased out to center by Oehring. He'll send it across the red line for Vluswick on the right as he retreats into his own zone. Three forwards on the ice briefly there for the Silvertips. Now here's Breck Liskey with control in his own zone. He's on with Dupont, and he'll give it to him as it returns to 5-on-5. Here comes the Silvertips. Kaplan trying to go through the middle. He's tripped up by Korkic, and the Raiders will go to the penalty kill. And is booted out. Looks like it'll be Ryland Gould who comes in off the left wing to take the draw. Heisey wins the draw towards his right. It's Matches Man who gets control, and he'll wrap it around the left side. Dupont holds it in at the right point. Bear now over left side, and Bear gets it back at the left point. Right side for Dupont. He'll back up into the middle. Dupont right side. Bear one-timer. That's blocked by Man. And it's back to Van Hunnen on the left wall. Now left point for Dupont. Right point Bear. Bear holds on to it. He'll send it left point for Van Hunnen. Van Hunnen is shot through traffic. That's swapped, and rebound is cleared to the line. Held in by Dupont. Dupont on the right point. Left side Van Hunnen. Down low for Gould. He'll try a shot. That's patted away by Orschelak, and it comes back to Gould. Gould on the left side goal line. Last minute of play brought to you by our friends at Mr. Mike's. Cross the ice right side. Bear shot gloved away by Orschelak, but it's still in play. Van Hunnen, he's pinned to the wall by Harvey now. Raiders get it loose as Barrett's tripped out of the pile, but he can't clear the puck as Man played it to the line, not out. Dupont walks in right side. Miettinen a shot. That one's sent wide. Rebound, they score! Ryland Gould on the power play.
That's a big power play goal, obviously, for the Everett Silvertips. Really good puck movement on this. The Raiders, unfortunately, had 2 or 3 times to get this puck out of the zone. Landon Dupont made a couple of terrific plays to keep this power play running, and then eventually you end up with this play that they were moving the puck so briskly back and forth, getting the Raiders to move side to side. Gould gets himself into a good spot. The shot comes in, and it's a rebound, pops right onto the stick of Gould, and goes off that back wall, comes back out to him, and he makes no mistake burying it in a hurry.
Gould's 5th of the playoffs. Should have assists coming from Miettinen and Dupont. Now there's a conversation going on at center ice here as Coots gets set for the draw here up against Shantz. 42 seconds left to go in this first period. Raiders down 3-0. Silvertips have control off the draw at center. It's dumped into Raider territory, and Rudolph will play it to Christensen on the left side. He'll chop it out to center. Blueswick will dump it back in. It's in the right corner for Jackson Rudolph. He'll send it out the left side to center for Sarkinov now. Sarkinov going to make his way in. Tries to toe drag his way around Blueswick. Blueswick takes control, though, and he'll send it up the right side to center for Heslop. Back for Blueswick. Now left side brought in by Shea Bush down the left wall. Now centering feed. Here's a shot from Heslop that misses just wide. Sent behind the net again, and Jackson Rudolph has control for the Raiders. He'll play it off the left wall, out the left side to center for Sarkinov. He'll dump this one in. Sievertson's in on the forecheck. Miller has control. He'll send it right side as the period ends. Pushing and shoving at the end of this between Sievertson and Liskey.
Yeah, Liskey put a pretty good lick there on Sievertson, and Sievertson didn't back down. He comes back with one of his own, and The referees come in between them, but it is the end of the period, and a huge period for the Everett Silvertips. 3-goal lead.
That they did. They also outshoot the Raiders 15-11 in that first period. Right side, but played it right into one of his own teammates. There's a battle for it at the blue line. It's sent out to center, and Daxon Rudolph will re-enter in the right side. He'll dump it into the corner, and DuPont has control again. DuPont up the right side. Finds Carter Bear. Curls back in the middle of his own zone, played out to center. Rudolph plays it back at his own blue line, ahead for Oiring, who's now on a break. Oiring towards the goal, and he couldn't get his stick on it in time. Poked it away from DuPont. Now they're trying to jam it off the back of the goaltender as Korkish, and the Silvertips get control. Oiring almost had a clean break on goal there instead. Just couldn't quite catch up to the puck. And now Liskey gets control and sends it up the right side to center. Poke checked away from Jackson Vaughn, trying to enter the zone. Sent around behind the Raider goal, and Vaughn's got it again. He's checked hard there by Sievertson, and the puck comes loose to Orszalak, who covers it up at the stop play just 57 seconds in.
Under the pads of the Everett Silvertip goaltender.
Face-off coming to the right side of Orszalak. Heisey's on the draw versus Gould. And Barrett's going to go around behind the net and out the left side. He'll find Sarkanoff. Sarkanoff fans on it in towards the middle, but he will get control and play it out the right side to center again for Mann. Mann dumps it in on a backhand up the right wall. Silvertips get control, played up the left side wall for Ueda, now up the left side for Kaplan. He couldn't handle it, and Barrett gets a shot from the right point that's patted away by Miller. And now Coots battling for it into the corner. Played it around Sievertson. They'll battle now into the left side of Miller, right side wing for the Raiders. Sievertson has it loose on the right wall for a moment. His pass back to Barrett is taken away out to center for the Silvertips. And Mann trying to chop this one back up the ice, instead sends it into his own bench. Right side of the Raider blue line here is Ben Harvey and Shea Bush are getting into it a little bit. Bush listed at 6'2", 201. As the Silvertips get control, sent down the right side. DuPont with a shot. That's gloved down by Orszalak, and there is no rebound. Play will stop. Free takes accountability for that failed drop. And now the Silvertips get control. Here's DuPont at the right point, trying to drive down into the right corner. Puck bobbling all over his stick, but he's able to corral it as he's chased by McKegarty out the other side. And DuPont's going to circle the entire zone. Now finds a lane to shoot, and that one goes off a body wide. DuPont has his rebound. He'll swat it back to the right point for Heslop, who sends it behind the net. Shantz couldn't pick it up, and now Harvey's after it behind his net. Pardon me, on the right side corner. They'll battle for it now. Heisey comes in with a big hit for the Raiders that frees the puck up from Shantz. And here comes Harvey out to center. Left side for McKegarty now. Back to the middle for Harvey, trying to cut to the goal. Harvey couldn't get the backhand on, but it's poked away by McKegarty high in the air over the glass and out of play. And we almost had a big-time moment from Ben Harvey. Wojciech and Rudig battle each other now. Left side of Miller. Connor Howe has it loose. Howe going back and forth in the corner, trying to get the wheels turning away from Pisani. He'll play it behind the net for Boychuk, and Howe comes in to take over control, but it comes loose to Reese Jameson. He'll bring it out to center. Played off the wall into Raider territory. Christensen's back for it in the left corner. He'll send it left side for Howe. He'll take a check from Jameson in towards the corner. Puck pops to the front of the goal, and Rudolph gets it loose for Riley Boychuk on the right wall. Boychuk plays this one ahead, tipped in by Evan Smith. It's going to come to Miller. He'll cover it up to stop play. And a face-off coming to the right side of Miller. Just shy of 3 minutes into this second period. Oiring's on the draw versus Miettinen. Silvertips get it loose off the draw. Here's DuPont, who goes behind his net, but he'll play it right to Oiring. Sharp angle shot that stopped. Rebound in front, and that one got by both Korkish and Doobie. Now here's Oiring, trying to chop this one back into the zone. He'll hold it for a moment. Doobie plays it off the glass, and it's into the corner for Korkish. Korkish checked to the wall by DuPont, then tripped up. Oh, they will call it. Official at center ice called this one. Landon DuPont, the initial check was fine, and he took the legs out of Korkish, and the Raiders will go to their first advantage collision, man advantage. Korkish earned that call, and Oiring's on the draw on the power play. Coots to his right in the slot. Heisey on the left wall, Rudolph on the left wall point, and Cripps in the middle on the right side. They'll battle for it now off the draw to the wall. Silvertips get control, and Heslop will feather it down the ice on the left wall. Cripps is after it in his own zone. He'll pick it up around behind his net. Cripps drops it back for Braden Coots now. Coots getting the wheels turning. He'll send it up the right side for Heisey, who's into the zone now. Heisey knocked off the puck by Liskey. It comes around the other direction, and Rudolph holds onto it on the left wall. Nice pass back to Coots at the point. Right side now. Here's Coots down and looking towards the goal. Oiring checked there as he was looking for the backdoor feed, and the Silvertips get it loose, and they'll clear it down the ice thanks to Breck Liskey. Cripps is after it behind his net. Watched by Julius Miettinen closing in. Cripps turns his back to him, now sends it up the right side, and Rudolph's in down the right side. Might have a step, he'll fire, and that one's in the pads of Miller somewhere. He'll cover it up and stop play. Raiders still with a minute 8-11 on the advantage collision, man advantage.
Out by the Raiders, a long pass Rudolph goes in by himself.
Face-off coming to the left side of Miller. Won by the Silvertips, but clearing attempt is held onto by Cripps. Now cross-ice feed left side. Rudolph a shot. That's up. Rebound. Heise's denied in tight as well. Heise played it behind the goaltender, and it comes out the left side to the point. Here's Cripps with control, still on the power play. Rudolph in the middle. Right side, Coots now. Coots back to the middle for Rudolph. Rudolph looking down the right side wall. He'll curl into the goal line now to the slot. Gets by Heise. Now Cripps a shot. Scores! Brock Cripps rips this one home. Raiders are on the board, and it's a power play marker for the 16-year-old phenom.
Really good puck movement by the Raiders on this power play. Some timely passes. They get a couple of shot attempts, not able to find anything, and they just didn't give up on it. Eventually, it's a cross-ice pass and a one-timer there by Brock Cripps, and man, did he unload on that shot. A key goal right now for the Prince Albert Raiders on their 20th shot of the game. Everett has 17, so it's been 9 shots to 2 in favor of the Raiders, with the Raiders picking up this all-important power play marker.
Rudolph for sure has an assist. It's Brock Cripps who hammers this one home for his 4th of the playoffs. Face-off at center. All 6 forwards on the ice are in the middle of the face-off circle trying to get a handle on it. And finally, Lyndon Barrett gets it loose at his own blue line. Braden Coots picks up the other assist for the Raiders here as Barrett sends it around right side. And now Smith plays it looking to the middle for Sarkanov, but it's off the mark. And now Sarkanov check to the wall at center here. It gets loose and it's dumped into Silvertip territory. Here's Kaplan with it now. Kaplan trying to skate up the right side into Raider territory. He'll get around the hip check of Sarkanov, who caught just enough of them to disrupt the puck, and Barrett sends it around right side. Taken away by Ueda. No, it's not by Ueda. Here's Sievertson. It got by him. Sievertson flips it out to center. Glove down by Jackson Vaughn. He'll take a hit from Sarkanov again, and Barrett's going to muscle this one up the left side into Silvertip territory. Played into this Silvertip's right side corner here as Smith was tied up well behind the play there by Vluswick. And now Sarkanov has it on the goal line. Sarkanov spinning his way from a check from Kaplan. Now back to the right point. Rudolph, left side, juice bomb! That one's blocked in front. Here's Vluswick on the right side. Up the right wall for Vaughn, and now Sievertson's double teamed by a couple of Silvertips. Puck comes loose, and now trying to get out of the zone, but it's held in by Christensen. Ueda's after it behind his net. His pass taken over by Sievertson, played out front, and it bounces off a couple Silvertip stick as Heise was in the lane. And now here's McKegarty who holds it in again. McKegarty on the right side. Full sail change for the Raiders here is McKegarty for Rudolph. Now here's Harvey, a one-timer. That's stopped by Miller. Rebound cleared to the line, not out. Harvey holds it in. This is still 5-on-5. McKegarty on the left wall now, going back to the point. In the middle for Christensen. Stumbles, fires, gets the shot away. That's blocked, and Christensen's after it again. He'll send it into the corner now. Here's McKegarty with it on the right side. Curling back to the right side point. McKegarty now to the middle. He'll fire. That's blocked by traffic. Heise has a look at the rebound. Christensen as well, sent wide, and it's sent below the goal line. Christensen stumbling, trying to get a handle on it. Heise at the goal line, can't get a handle on it, and it's cleared to the line. Rudolph holds it in. Rudolph tried to play it ahead. McKegarty had it taken away, and the Silvertips will clear it down the ice, but they won't go for icing. Heise's back for it, and he's looking for a pass up ice here. Silvertips have a tired group of defensemen on as Rudolph gets control at center and drops it back for Ben Harvey now. Harvey plays it up the left side, but wait, the Silvertips have a breakaway. Here's Carter. Carter Bear lost his handle on it, and now here's Bennett Kelly up the right side. Oiring, a nice one-touch feed into the middle for Harvey. Harvey on the right side drops it back for Oiring entering the zone. Oiring towards the goal. That's blocked by traffic in front. McKegarty's digging, but he can't get the rebound. And now here come the Silvertips the other way. Carter Bear over center dumps it in. Bennett Kelly's after it behind his net. He'll take a check from Bear, but he gets it loose for Oiring. Now left side Korkish. He'll battle with DuPont. Puck loose and the Silvertips have it. Here's on the left side wall, Liskey. Liskey plays it below the goal line. Here's Bear towards the front of the goal, disrupted by a Raiders stick, and Van Hunnen has it at the blue line. He'll dump it ahead, and Cripps takes control for the Raiders now. Brock Cripps skating out the left side, gains the red line, gets over center. He'll try and dump this one in, but he's tripped up along the way, and the Raiders are going to go back to the power play.
Back to the power play. Really good move here by Brock Cripps. It looked like he was going to cut to the middle, and he ends up...
We'll head to the Smitty's Family Restaurant Media Timeout and talk about it in a moment's time on Brant Raider Radio. They're down 3-1, but they scored on a power play minutes ago. I'm Nick Nielsen, joined by Marty Ring, and the Silvertips will clear it into Raider territory.
Well, it was a penalty that we didn't think was going to get called, but Chris does a good job keeping his feet moving, going up that side wall right at the penalty box.
Drew Matthias Van Hunnen on the a tripping call here as Heise works his way up the right side into the attacking zone. Now Cripps on the right side point. He'll skate to the middle. Left side Rudolph, back to the middle Cripps. Right side Coots. Coots fires that one, was just redirected wide at the last second. And now there's a battle for it behind the Silvertips goal. It's going to come out to the middle. Here's now right in the middle. Here's Cripps. He'll hold on to it. Now left side for Coots. Back to the middle for Cripps. Cripps left side looking for Coots. A good stick from Shantz. Disrupts that pass. Now DuPont's trying to clear it. And it's down low in the corner. Oiring's battling for it. He's got some help from Heisey and Coots, but the Silvertips come away with it. And it's flipped in the air out to center by Chasko. DuPont is now tied up well behind the play with Coots here. Raiders looking to start the change here for their second unit as Cripps comes out from behind his net. Cripps, nice move at the blue line to get around Miettinen. Now drops it back for Doobie. Doobie's through the middle of the ice. He'll send it right side for Sievertson as they enter the attacking zone, and Sievertson plays it around behind the net, coming over to Oiring on the left wall. Oiring sends one towards the goal. It goes wide, and now there's a race for it to the right wall, and it's chopped out to center by the Silvertips Chasko. Christensen's back in his own zone for it as he skates around left side and plays it off the left wall for Sarkinov. Sarkinov off the right wall out to center for Sievertson. He'll bring it into the zone. Sievertson down the right wall. Plays it for Doobie behind the net. Now left side McKegarty. McKegarty's pinned to that left side wall. Silvertips get it loose. It's held at the left line. No, it's not. He gets by Christensen, and a diving effort from Christensen chops it back into Silvertip territory. Otherwise, they had a breakaway, and here's Carter Barrett, the left side of center. Trying to kill the last 12 seconds of this penalty here for the Silvertips on the advantage collision and advantage for the Raiders. Orschelak will stop it behind his net. Christensen will get control. And 3 seconds left on the power play here as Christensen skates up the center. He'll dump this one in over the head of Miller. It's going to bounce out to the side of the goal. He doesn't know where it is, and it's bouncing around now. Sievertson below the goal line. He's got help from Sarkinov behind the net, and Sarkinov gets it loose. Left side wall for Sievertson. He'll fire short side. That's stopped by Miller. Play is stopped. 12:29 remaining in this second period. Raiders still down by 2. Stop coming between Evan Smith and Nolan Chasko. And Chasko's going to get booted out of the draw, it looks like. So that'll bring in Brendan Rudolph. And off the draw, the Silvertips get control. Here's Rudig in the right corner. That one's over the glass now to play. Raiders are trying to call that one, and it's a delay of game. But I don't think they're going to get it. Redirected wide. Now Barrett trying to hold it in on the right wall, and he'll get control with some help from Connor Howe, who takes it to the corner. Howe tried to cut to the middle, but lost his handle on it. Raiders maintain possession. Here's Barrett skating from the right to the left now as he crosses with man. Barrett backing his way up the left side, now stops and goes back to the middle. He'll fire, that's off the crossbar! That was redirected along the way as well as man kicks it down below the goal line now. Evan Smith gets control. He's checked off the puck by Rudig, and here come the Silvertips up the right side. Rudig with 2 points tonight, flips it up the right wall, dumped in by Jameson. Now Boychuk's after it in his own zone against Brendan Rudolph. Right side of Orschelak. Man gets it loose and sends it around to the right wall. Took a funny hop off that wall, and DuPont had to make a nice play to hold on to it. DuPont now into the middle for Liskey. Liskey, left side off the bench here. Chance with a one-timer. That's blocked and gloved by Orschelak. Play stopped. 9:34 left to go in this second period. Raider Radio and 900 CKBI. 9:30 left to go in this second period. Silvertips have control as DuPont plays it back to the point. Here's Heslop, a shot that's blocked by Christensen into the slot. It bounces around and it's swatted into the left side corner of the Raiders zone. I'm Nick Nielsen, joined by Marty Ring as Jackson Rudolph gets it under control for Christensen. Right side now looking for Ben Harvey. Harvey had it knocked off his stick. It comes to the middle, and a one-timer there on a loose puck from Shea Bush. Hits a stick out, it goes over the glass now to play. And now everybody seems to want a piece of Shea Bush now. Around behind his net, left side for Sarkinov. Sarkinov out to center for Sievertson. Sievertson goes over the blue line, waiting for his teammates to catch up. He'll try a shot through the legs of DuPont. That's blocked, and the Silvertips get control. Brought out the left side to center. Here's Bush, who flips it into Raider territory. Chopped right back out to center by Barrett, and now Sievertson looking for Sarkinov, missed the mark. Sarkinov gets it back from Mann, at least he did briefly. Silvertips take it away, back to the Raider blue line. Here's Barrett with control for the Raiders now. He'll skate behind his net, chased by Chance. And Barrett makes a curling move away from Chance, now brings it up the right side and sends it left here, kicked over center by Coots. Silvertips get it back, here's Miettinen now. Miettinen drops it back for Bear, he'll look for a shot, that's blocked by Mann, who's down on the ice as a result, and here come the Raiders. Coots up the left side to center. Cross the ice right side for Barrett now. Barrett plays it up the wall. Sievertson's after it. Man's still on the ice here as the Silvertips are in on the attack. Man's limping, trying to poke check, and there's a shot there by Van Hunnen that goes wide. Why was that not blown dead? Here comes Sievertson. Now they do. What is going on in this horse and pony show?
Well, I think part of it was Mann was trying to keep active because the Raiders had the puck and they had control of it, and they were trying to keep the play alive. And then once Everett got it, then Mattress Man, I mean, he is in some discomfort here. and he's going to be assisted off the ice. Boy, you hate to see that happen.
That's the big man getting helped up by Dwayne Puff Bartley and Bennett Kelly, favoring one of his legs off the shot block. Credit to the crowd here at the Angel of the Winds Arena for the round of applause for man leaving the ice. Well, jams it past the defender, but not out. Silvertips hold this one in. Miettinen checked off the puck by Daxon Rudolph, and Rudolph's going to skate out through his slot and cut right. Rudolph ahead up the right wall for Doobie. His pass into the middle, looking for Oiring's off the mark. Luswick picks it up and plays it right back to Oiring on the left wall. Oiring dumps this one down low. Silvertips get it. Knocked off the stick of Ueda now, and the Raiders have it. Here's Rudolph with a shot from the right wall. That's blocked, and there's a battle for it. It comes to the middle of the ice, and Miettinen's going to try and skate out to center. Pardon me, that's Van Hunnen. He's checked off the puck, and the Raiders get control. Here's Oiring on the left side of center. He'll walk up to the red line and dump this one in. Miller stops it behind his net. He'll sweep it to the right side corner for Vluswick. Vluswick up the right wall for Vaughn. Jackson Vaughn tried to play it around Connor Howe, saw that coming, but poke checked by Vaughn on the second effort. Here come the Silvertips now. It's Vaughn up the left side. Vaughn, wrist shot, that's blocked away by Orszalak. Christensen's after the rebound. Vaughn gets there first, and it's patted away by Orszalak again. Boychuk sends it behind his net. Kelly and Christensen are both there for it. Puck loose, Silvertips have it. And now curling towards the right side. On the attack here is Ryland Gould. He'll send one wide of the goal. Now here's Vaughn, sends it to the front of the goal, taken away by Connor Howe. He's checked by Gould, but the puck comes loose to Kelly. Now Boychuk at the right side of center. Boychuk dumps this one in. Connor Howe's in on the attack. He'll put in a good check there on Cade Rudig as they battle for it in the left side corner of the Silvertips zone. Pisani battling with Howe still. Sent right side for Vaughn, and now Vaughn had it knocked off his stick by Howe. Boychuk battling with Vaughn in the corner. Sent around behind the net, left side for Rudig. He'll keep it going up that left wall. Cripps couldn't hold it in. It's poked by him out to center by Kaplan. Bennett Kelly gets control in his own zone now. He'll send it up the left side to center. Boychuk returns to his zone and drops it to the middle for Cripps. Here comes Brock Cripps with speed up the left side for Heisey now. Heisey now towards the goal line, centering feed. It's bouncing in the air. McHaggerty punching it on goal. Miller's trying to cover it up. Everybody's digging for it. And finally, play stopped here. Chasko wants to have words with McHaggerty. And play is stopped. Face-off coming to the right side of the Silvertips goal with 6:09 remaining in this second period. Raiders still down by 2. McHaggerty going back to the left point, blows a tire, but so is the man defending him. In fact, he's going to get called for tripping as Ueda. Now here's Matches Man, who's fine after that blocked shot earlier, and he's going to dump this one down low, and the Raiders are heading to their third power play of the period. And we'll go to the Smitty's Family Restaurant Media timeout. Raiders heading to the Advantage Collision power play. And when we were
back to the game. It's the Western Hockey League on Grant Raider Radio.
Raiders on the power play, third time this period. I'm Nick Nielsen, joined by Marty Ring. Here's Coots on the right side, left side, Heisey, and a one-timer attempt was poked away last second. Raiders down 3-1 here as Coots has control on the right side. He'll drop it to the middle for Cripps. Cripps left side for Rudolph now. Rudolph looks to the front of the goal. It's going to bounce around, and Cripps knocks it out of the air to hold it in. Cripps in the middle of the blue line. Right side for Coots now. Coots down to the goal line. Doesn't have a lane. He'll curl back up the right wall. Back to Cripps in the middle of the blue line. Left side Jackson. Rudolph, a one-timer. That's stopped and cleared by the Silvertips. Orszalak out of his net. Sends it up the wall. Here's Cripps now. Curling into the middle. Brock Cripps. Middle of the red line, drops it back. Rudolph now Coots on the right side. Ahead for Heisey on the right wall. Return feed looking for Coots. And that one's going to get cleared off down the length of the ice. Orszalak out of his net. He'll leave it for Oiring, who curls behind his net. He'll leave it for Cripps once more. Here comes Brock Cripps now through the middle of his own blue line. Drops it back for the man behind him. That's Coots. Coots left side for Rudolph. Rudolph has to swat this one down low, and Coots is after it against Vluswick. Vluswick spinning around in the corner. Gets loose to Cripps at the left point. He'll hold it in, but briefly Miettinen gets control, and he'll clear it down the ice. First minute and 20 is gone of this Raider Advantage Collision man advantage. Here's Rudolph out the left side to center. He'll leave it for Sarkinov now. Second unit coming on here as Sarkinov tries to pass towards the middle, but it's swallowed up in some skates. Boychuk gets it loose for Christensen. Christensen now. Skates to the middle, turns, fires, that one sent wide, rebound on the goal line, and Sarkinov couldn't get a handle on it. Vluswick will clear it. Orszalak out of his net, plays it up the left wall. Still 17 seconds of power play for the Raiders to work with. Christensen ahead for Doobie now. Doobie's in through the middle. He'll swat it left side for Boychuk. Boychuk battling on the left side wall for it now. Silvertips get it loose. Here's Dupont. He'll try and clear it. That's blocked by Boychuk. Now Doobie skates his way into the corner. Can't find space though, and the Silvertips get it loose. It's cleared down the length of the ice just as the Silvertips got back to even strength. Orszalak will stop it behind his net, and here's Christensen with control. Christensen Sends it left side now. Bennett Kelly ahead for Korkish at center. Korkish going to go through the middle. He'll fire one off a skate. That goes wide. Now they'll battle for it, and DuPont takes control. He'll try and skate out the left side. Just missed a hit from Sarkinov, and here come the Silvertips out the center. Gould up the left side, drops it back for DuPont. He'll spin, sends it right side, and that one's off the stick of Liskey to the wall. Liskey sends it down below the goal line. Here's Gould with it now. Rylan Gould going back towards the left point. He'll shovel it into the corner instead. Checked off the puck now is Jackson Vaughn. They'll battle for it up the right side. Barrett flips it in the air. Ueda holds it in at the point. Chopped to the front of the goal, and Matches Man has control for the Raiders. He'll send it ahead. Evan Smith couldn't settle it down. Ueda plays it up the other direction, and here comes Kaplan now. Kaplan from distance sends one wide. Back to the left point. Held in, no. Gould had it knocked out to center, but instead they'll battle for it at the Raider blue line. Poked away from Kaplan. Now Smith trying to settle it, and it comes loose. Now Vaughn knocked in the air. Glove pass there by the Raiders as Man played it in the air. Korkish tried to knock it down and continue, but with 2:46 left, we'll have a face-off coming likely in the Raiders zone. They'll send it left now for Brendan Rudolph, who dumps it in. Around behind the Raider goal. Bennett Kelly plays it behind his net, right side for Cripps, up the right wall for Heisey, into the middle Harvey, he'll go across the ice left side looking for McKegarty, couldn't handle it inside the Silvertips zone, puck loose at center, and there's a battle for it, and the Silvertips get it loose. Brendan Rudolph will dump it in, takes a funny hop to the front of the goal, as Orszalak had come out of his net to play it. Now Cripps lost it on the back of the goal, and Harvey has to play it behind his net to settle things down for the Raiders.
That took a really funny hop off the Zamboni entrance door.
Bennett Kelly gets control. He'll find Cripps up the right side for Harvey to center now. Harvey trying to move to the middle, finds Heisey escaping down the left side. Heisey tripped himself up there as he got spun around, and now they'll battle for it in the corner. Heisey with a hit on Rudig. Puck loose though, and the Silvertips get it. Bear tries to clear it out to center, and it gets by Christensen out to the Raider blue line. Jackson Rudolph will back up with it. Pass up the right side. Heisey tips this one in. He'll go for a change. Now here's Persani. Behind his net, sends it right side for Rudig. Rudig trying to escape out to center now. McKegarty well behind the play after he lost his stick in the Silvertips zone, but he'll go for a change as Christensen gets it in his own zone. Christensen pokes it behind the net for himself as he'll continue after it on the right side. And the Silvertips had it knocked off their stick. Now here's Korkish out to center. Korkish will dump this one in. Miller gets control for the Silvertips and plays it up the right side right away, but it comes to the red line, and Jackson Rudolph will dump it right back in. Miller's out of his net. This one took a funny hop behind him, and the Silvertips have control. Liskey out the left side to center for Miettinen. Miettinen flips it in the air, and it gets to Van Hunnen down the left side. Van Hunnen a shot, blocked away by Orszalak. Rebound on the right wall, picked up by the Silvertips. Here's Bear with a shot that's blocked out to center by Korkish. Bear able to get a touch on it to keep this one on the Raiders' side of the ice, and DuPont dumps it in, and there's a penalty coming to the Raiders well after the play here as Waring put a check on DuPont. Silvertips have control of the play, though. Here's Miettinen walking the blue line. He'll send it up the right side. Bear's after it. He'll send it back to the right point for Miettinen. Miettinen on the right point. 6-on-5 here as he sends it left side for Rylan Gould. Back to Miettinen to the blue line. Miettinen down the left wall. Now back to left point for DuPont. A shot blocked by Doobie. Right side wall for Carter Bear. Right side point Liskey. Left side DuPont. DuPont up the left wall for Miettinen. Miettinen closing in on the goal. Now fires blocker save. Rebound, they score! Carter Bear's second of the night.
Well, the original save was made by Orszalak, but unfortunately it's a rebound that goes right onto the stick of Carter Bear, and he makes no mistake on this, as the Everett Silvertips did have the extra man on the ice with the delayed penalty call coming to Aiden Oring. Oring put a good check on Landon DuPont. It was just after the fact he gave an extra shot on the backside, on the back of DuPont, that was going to bring that extra call. And the Everett Silvertips are back in front by 3.
Face-off coming at center. Coots will have the face-off against Chance. Christensen having a word with the officials here before the face-off is dropped, as is Zach Chance. As Coots lines up for the draw at center, he'll be up against Chance. 4-1 the score, 22.8 left to go. Raiders win control off the draw. Christensen will bring it up the left side and dump this one in. Anders Miller behind his net. Almost poke check there by Sievertson. They'll battle for it on the wall, and the Raiders get it loose. Coots from the point fires a shot. That's blocked, and it comes out to center for Coots once more. He's the last guy back. He'll dump this one in, and 3 seconds left. That'll do it in this second period. The Silvertips were outplayed in that second period, but they'll enter the third the same place they started the second. They'll have a 3-goal lead. It's 4-1 Silvertips heading to the third.
Yeah, the Raiders were definitely trying to claw themselves back into this one, and as I said, it was going to be one step at a time, and they took me literally for the best part, and they did get that one goal, got themselves back to within 2, but with that extra man on the attack, on that delayed penalty, the Everett Silvertips were able to take full advantage, and another solid period of hockey.
And on the call here, Raiders are down 4-1 heading into the third period, despite outshooting the Silvertips 15-9 in that second frame. Christensen at his own blue line, now spun up the right side for Rudolph again. He'll backhand it in off the right side glass. Anders Miller behind his net, sends it left side for Breck Liskey. Sent up the wall, and Van Hunnen couldn't clear the zone. Oiring holds it in on the right side to the middle. Rudolph a drive, and that's gloved down by Miller. 21 seconds in, face-off coming inside the Silvertip zone. Up the right side, Bear tips it into Raider territory, and Rudolph's back for it. He'll send it up the right side. Korkish spins off a check as he tips this one down low. Doobie's after it against Liskey. Liskey gets control. He's trying to escape out the left side, and Doobie's all over him. Puck up to the right side blue line, held in by Rudolph. He'll send a wobbling puck wide of the goal, and the Silvertips get control out to center again. Carter Bear tips it up to the Raider blue line. Mietinen tried to take it in deep, but taken away by Christensen. Up the right side for Rudolph at center. Here comes Daxon Rudolph, trying to toe drag his way into the middle, but here's Liskey poke check that one away. Now Coots follows it up, played behind the net. Severson with a check, but the Silvertips take it out to center. Or at least they'll try as Shea Bush gets up to the blue line. Severson again, Coots cut him off. Now Mietinen plays it behind his net for Ueda, and back to Mietinen on the right side. He'll flip this one high in the air over everybody's head, and it's into Raider territory. Orszalak has to stop this one. He'll send it right side for Barretton. Barrett played it off the side of the net. Does it bounce off the wall? Funny. They'll battle for it, and the Silvertips have control. Back to the left point now. Now right side, Blueswick. Blueswick looking for... That one's tipped on goal. Coots trying to clear it, and it comes up to the left wall now. Sarkinov jams it off the wall and out to center as it gets by Blueswick. Now Severson trying to drive up the wall, but Ueda pokes it away from him, and the Silvertips look to go on the attack again. Pass ahead, man blocked it for a moment. Raiders get it back. Heisey sends it behind his net, right side for Barrett. He'll chop it up the right wall. Bobbling puck here as Sarkinov is locked up in a battle for it now. He'll kick it into the middle, and Barrett takes it out to center. Barrett over the red line. Flips this one into the glove of Blueswick here as the Raiders go for a wholesale change. Minus Max Heisey, who's on the forecheck. Blueswick plays it behind his net, right side for Pisani. Up to the blue line. And McKegarty comes in to shovel that one free. He's forced to the red line before Ben Harvey gets it loose. Back to the Raider blue line. Kelly now Cripps on the right side. Cripps the lone goal in this game for the Raiders. Dumps it in on the right wall. Now Rudig has his pocket picked by Heisey out front, and now a pass was intended for McKegarty, but a good stick from goaltender Anders Miller knocks that one away. Now back to the point. Here's Harvey, a shot looking for a tip in front for McKegarty and didn't get one. Here's Gould, played off the wall. Harvey couldn't settle it down, but the Raiders get it back at the red line. Cripps now left side, Heisey. Heisey dumps it in off the opposite wall. Now Harvey plays it towards the goal. That's sticked away by Miller. And the puck up to the blue line. Silvertips have control. Here's Vaughn over the red line before he dumps it in. Cripps after it behind his net, and he'll leave it behind the net where it's picked up by McKegarty. Now it seemed like a late check there as McKegarty sends it up the left wall for Smith. Dumped in by Vluswick once more. Comes around to the right wall. Cripps is after it, and whistle blown, play stopped. I'm not sure why. Smith's over the blue line, has Boychuk and Howe in the middle, couldn't find Boychuk, and the puck goes into the corner. Smith has control, he'll find Boychuk now. Boychuk sends it around behind the net to the left side point for Christensen. Christensen through the middle, right side, Rudolph towards the goal, that's blocked. Boychuk's battling for the rebound, and Chasko has them all tied up. Brought out the left side by Hunter Rudolph. He'll send it up the right side to center for Vluswick. His pass cut off, and Christensen's on the attack now. Christensen's over the right side of the blue line. He'll give it to Boychuk on the right side. His return feed's taken away, and the Silvertips have it behind their net. Ueda plays it back for Mietinen. 4-1 for the Silvertips here. Over 3 minutes gone in this third period. Oiring chases Mietinen out from behind the net, and Mietinen's out through the middle of the blue line. Now the red. Left side for Van Hunnen. Van Hunnen leaves it for Mietinen. Centering feed is blocked. Back up the wall for Van Hunnen. Now Bear in the middle of the ice. His one-timer's denied. Rebound, DuPont sends it wide. Here's Van Hunnen on the left side. Check to the wall by Doobie. Barrett gets it loose. He'll play it ahead for Korkish. Now Oiring. Oiring's over center ice. Now on the left side, playing it to the middle. Here's Doobie going to the slot, bobbling puck, and a diving block save there by Carter Bear on the back check. Now here's DuPont out the right side to center. He'll pass the middle for Van Hunnen. Van Hunnen trying to move his way in on the right side. Van Hunnen to the goal line. Drags behind the net. He'll send it out front, and it comes loose. Here's a chance from Liskey. That's stopped. Rebound comes to Doobie. He'll swat it for Oiring. Oiring will flip it out to center, and it's knocked down by Shantz. Up the left side, Liskey dumps it in. Orszalak corrals it behind his net, and he'll leave it for Cripps. Cripps, nice move to get around Heslop. Cripps gets around two Silvertips now and skates out to center. Cripps, though, with a pass, fanned on it, and the Silvertips have control. And here comes Heslop to center. Never mind. Coots will poke it away from him. And on the back check, Sarkinov tried to get it back to Coots. It's taken away, and Blueswick will dump it in. Here's Cripps on the right side. Up the right wall, he'll find Sarkinov. Sarkinov trying to jam it off the wall, and it's dumped back in by the Silvertips. Here's Bennett Kelly. Throws a hit on Blueswick as he comes in. Blueswick gets it loose for Bush now. Bush with a shot that's blocked. It comes loose to Shantz. Shantz was high-sticked, and that one got missed. Here's Blueswick fires, and that one's blocked. Now here's Korkish on the left wall. He'll play it off the glass out to center. Coots in chases. Blueswick gets control. It's knocked off of Coots' stick over the glass and out of play. 5 minutes and 18 seconds gone.
Opportunity for the Raiders, and again, we're starting to see some really wacky bounces in this third period.
Face off to the right side of the Silvertip blue line, won by Heisey. Here's Rudolph now. Jackson Rudolph dumps it up the right side wall. Here's Pisani with it. Pisani going into the corner. McKegarty checks him off the puck, and Harvey has it behind the net. Now he'll send it left side, and it was disrupted. Otherwise, it was in the wheelhouse for Christensen. Christensen sends it across the ice for Rudolph on the right side. He'll swat it up the wall, and it comes back to him. Rudolph now, juice bomb! That's blocked, and it comes right back to Christensen. Right side for Rudolph now. Rudolph to the side of the goal. McKegarty's denied on a great save on the blocker by Anders Miller. McKegarty gets it loose in the corner. Heisey poke check, and Pisani takes it away for the Silvertips. Now Harvey trying to hold this one in, pardon me. Pisani couldn't leave the zone with it. Rudolph's back in. He'll fire. That's blocked away again by Miller. Now here's Jackson Vaughn, who blocked that heavy Christensen juice bomb moments ago. He'll go to his bench as the Raiders reload and the Silvertips change. Here's Rudolph at his own blue line. Cross the ice up the left side for Smith now. Smith trying to make a move to the middle and knocked off his stick. Here come the Silvertips now. Up the right side, big hit there by Barrett as he steps into Reese Jameson. Now Christensen knocked off the puck in the corner. It comes loose to Smith. He'll play it up the left wall. Dupont takes it away. His shot stopped by Orszalak. There's no rebound and will head.
Only at ACX Prince Albert, inside Mad Northway GM.
Back to the game. It's the Western Hockey League on Grant Raider Radio.
4-1 Silvertips, 13:32 left in the third. Nick Nielsen, Marty Ring on the call. Face-off to the left side of Mikhail Orszalak. Silvertips had it for a moment, but it's bouncing around the face-off circle, and Barrett comes away with it. And Lyndon Barrett will sit behind his net here in game two. Now he'll send it up the left side, and Braden Doobie's going to get the wheels turning here. Over center, Braden Doobie gets around one man on the right side. He'll curl in along the corner now. Sharp angle shot that's off the side of the net. Korkish has the rebound. He'll swat it back up the right wall for Barrett, who gives it back to Korkish below the goal line. Korkish trying to get away from Liskey. Korkish now on the right wall. Spins it down low for Oiring. He'll get away from Munman. Sends it to the left wall for Doobie now. Doobie, he's poke checked there by Miettinen. There's a battle for it, and it's going to get to Van Hunnen at the blue line. Mattress Man can't hold it in. Korkish on retreat. He gets a handle on it and took a hard cross check there at the end of the play, but it's dumped back into Silvertip territory. Dupont in the corners, hit by Oiring awkwardly. That's the second time Dupont is going to draw a call from Oiring, and Oiring's going to the bench. Doesn't realize he's got a penalty as the Silvertips are on the attack. And Mann will get control, and Oiring's going to the box here. There's a battle for it. Silvertips finally get it loose. Liskey at the right side of the blue line. Breck Liskey sends it over left side for Heslop. Jesse Heslop walks down the left side. Now drops it back for Liskey. He's at the left point. Liskey now skating in towards the middle, now towards the right. He'll send it left side for Heslop. He's skating to the middle. Heslop fires through traffic. That's blocked by Evan Smith. And Heslop has control again on the right wall. He'll leave it for Liskey, who skates right. Liskey, cross-ice feed, looking down low for Vaughn. That one's off the mark. Vaughn picks it up off the wall. Now he's got Daxon Rudolph all over him in the corner. Heisey looks like he has it free for a moment. Now it's lost in the skates. 3 Raiders, 3 Silvertips in the pile up. Right side of Orszalak. It's one behind the net, and it comes over to the right point for Liskey. Liskey skating to the middle now. He'll send it right side for Shantz. Shantz now down low, finds Bush towards the front of the goal. It's tipped wide. Net comes off its moorings here as Rudolph was knocked into the post. Play stopped, and a face-off coming inside Raider territory. Silvertips win it back to Dupont at his own blue line. Dupont skates up to the red. Now he'll drop it back, and it's picked up by Miettinen. Miettinen cross the blue line through the middle, sends it right side for Bear, back to the right point for Dupont. Dupont now backing up into the middle. Stops up, now going right again. Dupont. Left side for Gould. It's knocked off his stick by Coots out to center. Van Hunnen on the retreat will send it back to Dupont. 43 seconds of penalty killed for the Raiders left here. It's left at the Silvertip blue line. Here comes Van Hunnen with it. He's over the Raider blue line. He'll dump it around behind the net. Comes over to the right side wall where Carter Bear has control. Back to the point for DuPont. Coots pokes it out to center, and Coots will sit at the red line and wait. Now pass ahead for Lyndon Barrett stepping up into the plate. Barrett takes it all the way into the corner before he's knocked into the wall by DuPont. There's a battle for it right side of the Silvertip goal. Silvertips get it loose with 17 seconds left on the power play, and Gould's going to turn back and get his line settled here for the Silvertips. Still 4-1 Silvertips as Ueda cuts behind his net, left side for Gould now. Gould skating right with it as Heisey's circling in front of the goal. Gould's pass is off the mark here, and Heisey's after it. Heisey has it in the offensive zone as we're back to even strength. Heisey towards the goal and a backhand. That's stopped by Miller. Play stopped. Heisey now getting pushed back and forth by a couple Silvertips, Gould and Blueswick. Dave Neuring's on the draw, and he'll win it back left side for Christensen. Christensen plays it up the left wall. It gets to McKegarty behind the net here in space of Corkish instead. McKegarty spinning back and forth here, and Oiring comes in and helps get it loose back to the right point for Rudolph. Now left side, Juice Bomb scores! Second straight game with a goal for the captain, set up by Rudolph, and the Raiders are back to within 2.
And this is a really good job down low as the Raiders win that battle down in the corner. It was Smith and Oiring as unfortunately for Corkish, he was off the ice at that point, and he's usually out on this line, but now they've got Maddox McKegarty out there, and it comes back to Rudolph. Rudolph just fires this one across the blue line, and Justice Christensen with that one-timer once again. Huge goal.
Christensen with his third of the playoffs, second in as many nights. Raiders are back within 2, 10-14 left to go. Oiring's on the draw at center against Miettinen. Silvertips win it, and they're back in their own zone with it as DuPont has to turn around. He'll send it up from the right side into the middle here for Van Hunnen. Van Hunnen gets between a couple Raiders. Now one chance in front of him. One man in front of him is Rudolph. Miettinen gets the shot away, but that's gloved down by Orschelak, and a play stop, face-off coming. Chance, left side of Orschelak. As we wait to drop the puck. And we're really waiting here. Now it's down, and it's one towards the wall. Silvertips have control. Here's Bush. Pass towards the middle. Taken away with a combination of Sievertson and Sarkanov. Sarkanov gains the red line, flips it in on goal, and Miller will cover it up to stop play. Face-off coming inside Silvertip territory. I'm Nick Nielsen, joined by Marty Ring. Raiders on the attack in the offensive zone after the Silvertips won the draw, but Coots and Sarkanov were doing their best to get it back. Coots gets a shot towards the goal, looking to Sievertson to pick it up, and now the Silvertips take it away, and they'll get it out to center. Miettinen ahead for Bear, who's got 2 tonight. Now up the right side for Liskey. Breck Liskey working down the right side. He's checked into the corner hard there by Christensen. Puck back to the blue line. DuPont now left side Miettinen. Miettinen sends it down low. Here's Carter Bear behind the net, trying to get away from Coots. Bear on the left side wall, taking it back to the left side point. Gives it to Miettinen, and he'll dump it down low. Christensen cuts it off, but he's checked to the wall by Van Hunnen. Now they'll battle for it to the right side wall of the Raiders zone here, and they're just going to let time continue to tick down as Christensen's on one knee, holding that puck on the wall. Silvertips get it loose to the point. Here's Liskey on the right side. He'll fire a shot. That's blocked. It comes out the other direction. And where is it? It's on the stick of Coots. He'll play it off the glass. It bounces at the blue line. Sarkanov pokes it out to center, and Bear settles it down for the Silvertips. He'll drop it back for Blueswick. Blueswick with a pass ahead. That's taken in by Gould, who dumps it in. Now here's Rudolph. He'll cut behind his net and send it left side for Christensen. Christensen up the left side to center for Corkish. Corkish now up the left side to the red line. He'll dump it in. Harvey's on the attack with Heisey. Looks like a small lineup change for the Raiders here as Corkish now is on this line with Heisey and Harvey in the spot of McKegarty. McKegarty seems to have taken the spot of Corkish. Silvertips get it loose behind their net. Here's Ueda out the left side. He'll find Gould trying to escape out to center. Heisey checks him off the puck. It's picked up by Kaplan, and Kaplan dumps it down low in Raider territory. Makes a check on Kelly, but the Raiders get it loose. Here's Corkish, played ahead out to center. Heisey pokes it in the air high. It's going to bounce into Silvertip territory. Heisey got control just offside. Plays stop and a face-off coming outside Silvertip territory with 8:08 left. Bond plays it off the right side wall to center, but McKegarty takes it away at the red line. He's got Oiring in there to help him get it loose, and it's chipped into Raider territory. Cripps is back for it. He'll send it up the right side for Doobie. Now Oiring. Oiring's over the right side of the line. Oiring trying to drive towards the goal. It bounces in the air. Silvertips get it loose, and Liskey will look to bring it out the right side. His pass comes to the middle now. Dumped in by Shea Bush. Jesse Heslop's after it. He'll spin away from a check of Kelly, who goes tumbling into the wall as a result, but stands back up, tipped on goal. Orszlak swept it off the goal line. It's swept behind the net. Silvertips get it back, though. Orszlak's stick is behind him in the net. Silvertips with it at the blue line. Here's Dupont. He'll fire. That one goes wide. Orszlak will pick up his stick as McKegarty picks up the puck and skates out to center with it. His pass for Doobie's off the mark, and the Silvertips have it at their own blue line. Still 4-2 Silvertips as Barrett takes it back at his blue. He'll send it up the right side. McKegarty is in down the right side. He'll drop it back for Coots. Now McKegarty on the right side. McKegarty trying to drive behind the goal. It's checked off the puck, and it comes to Sievertson now. Sievertson in the left side corner. He's got two Silvertips around him, but Coots comes in as the last man in, gets it back to the blue line. Matches man, a shot that's gloved down by Miller. Play stop, and Sievertson takes a mugging in front.
There's a Raider that gets knocked down there. That'd be Maddox McKegarty, I'm pretty sure. Sievertson took a pretty hard shot in there as well.
His goal line, Heisey on the forecheck, can't take it away, and Dupont has it in the right corner. Now left side for Liskey. Liskey, pass up the left side for Shantz. Shantz gains his blue line, drops it back for Dupont. Dupont's over center now. And Dupont dumps this one in, right side of Orszlak. Rudolph has control. He'll send it left side for Christensen. Christensen over to the left side corner for Coots. Coots back ahead for Christensen, just off the mark, but Christensen stays with it and gets it out to center. Christensen trying to work it over the blue line, but it's taken away, and the Silvertips have control. Here's Shantz back in his own zone for Dupont now. Left side for Liskey. Silvertips looking to finish a change, as are the Raiders. Miettinen will go behind his net, still 4-on-4 for a minute 20. Here's Miettinen out the right side of his own goal. Now cuts left as he watches Braden Doobie in front. Miettinen's over the red line, now right side for Van Hunnen as they cross the Raider blue. Back from Miettinen, now Van Hunnen's shot, that's blocked away by Orszlak. Rebound knocked out of the air by Oiring, and Oiring trying to muscle it up the left side, but Miettinen takes it away. Miettinen will skate back out to center to maintain possession. He finds Blueswick. Now left side for Nolan Chasko. Back to Blueswick on the right, back to Chasko in the middle of his own zone. Chasko up the left side. He'll find Van Hunnen sneaking down the left side. Pardon me, that's Shea Bush with a shot, and that's blocked wide. Here's Bennett Kelly on the rebound. Played behind the net for Cripps, now at the left side to center for Doobie. Doobie knocked down by Blueswick as he gets the puck at center, but the puck's going to bounce around, and it comes back to Oiring. Oiring drops it back in his own zone for Bennett Kelly. Coots is back on the ice fresh. And Kelly wanted to leave it for Coots, but Coots cut in front of him instead. Now sent to Coots on the right side as he gets the wheels turning. Coots going to go through all four men on the Silvertips blue line. Now sends it to the right side for Barrett. Barrett to the right side point. Spins away from Bush. Now sends it left side. Coots. Coots looking for a lane. He'll fire. That's blocked. Coots is after his rebound on the left wall. Coots back to the left point. Into the middle for Mann. Left side. Coots a one-timer. That's blocked in front. High in the air. Where is it? Play stopped as this one goes over the glass and out of play with 5:04 left. Still 4-on-4 for 5 seconds when we return. I'm Nick Nielsen, joined by Marty Ring. Silvertips have control as Van Hunnen plays it behind his net for Blueswick. Blueswick on the right side, ahead for Miettinen. It comes to the middle for Bear. He's up the right side and into center ice. He'll dump it into Raider territory. McKegarty's after it in his own zone. Back on his usual line. No, it's a little bit of a change up here. Heisey's out there with McKegarty and Corkish. Silvertips have control, and McKegarty steps up with a check at center that gets it loose for Rudolph now. He plays it out to center for Christensen. Played ahead, here's McKegarty now. McKegarty dumps it in from the right side. Anders Miller had it hop over his stick, and it comes to Heisey. Heisey has Corkish now. Corkish with a shot that's blocked. Rebound, the Silvertips get it loose, and Dupont sends it out the left side to center. Here comes Jesse Heslop, has a man in the middle. He'll send it to Shantz, and he can't get it on goal. He's in too tight when the puck came his way. Here's Christensen, back for Heisey now. Heisey looks ahead out to center. He'll send it up the right side for Rudolph. Rudolph dumps this one in. Sarkinov in on the forecheck here. Silvertips playing around left side for Heslop. And Cripps trying to tie man up. He'll get it loose for Coots now. Coots is back in his own zone. Up the left side for Sievertson. Return feed for Coots, staying through the middle now. Coots now trying to cut to the right side. Knocked off his stick by Heslop. And it comes out to center for Bennett Kelly. Less than 4 minutes to go now. Raiders still down by 2. Kelly up the right side finds Sievertson. He'll chip it up the right side wall. Chasko's there for it. Chasko, though, he'll play it out to center. It bounces to the skate of Cripps. He'll dump this one in. High in the air, it comes to Ryland Gould. He'll play it behind his net, right side for Blueswick now. Blueswick sends it ahead out to center. Raiders get it back. Sievertson, right side for Cripps. He'll dump this one in. Orszlak is looking towards the bench, but not going to go yet as Anders Miller plays it right to the Raiders in the corner. Now here's a sharp angle shot that stopped. Rebound, that one set wide. And now Sarkinov's after it on the wall. Left side. Played to the left point. Held in by Rudolph. He'll send one towards the goal. It's blocked. Rebound. Oiring fires. That's blocked as well. And it comes out to center. Orszlak is going to the bench here. Christensen's off the bench, and he'll send it up the right side. Here's Rudolph through the middle now. Rudolph up the right side. Fires. That's sticked away. Net's empty for the Raiders as Doobie sends it right side for Rudolph. Rudolph Now taken away. Here's Liskey in the corner. Liskey checked to the wall by Doobie. He's trying to kill some time here with 3 minutes left to go. Puck up to the right side line, held in by Christensen. He'll play it up the right wall below the goal line. Oiring's after it against Liskey. Oiring blows a tire. Liskey has it pinned to the wall. McKeggerty's in there digging for it. Puck comes loose out to the left side point for Christensen. Christensen looks to the goal, sends it right side for Rudolph. Rudolph up the right wall. Oiring, Heisey one-timer. That's sticked away by Miller. Back to the right point. Christensen, now left side Rudolph. His pass hits a stick into the air. Doobie checked to the wall there by DuPont. They'll battle for it in the corner. 3 Raiders, 2 Silvertips in the pile. Comes loose. Doobie trying to play it to the front of the goal. Hit a body and it comes out to center. 2-goal lead for the Silvertips. 2 minutes left in this game. Raiders with the net empty as Carter Bear gets it at his own blue line. He'll send it off a stick and wide, and Rudolph has it in control in his own zone. He'll send it up the right side for Doobie, who dumps it in. Left side, Anders Miller will play it behind his net. No, he'll leave it for DuPont, who tries to hammer it out. Cripps holds it in now, so the goal here from Coots. Coots from a sharp angle. That's stopped there by Miller. Right side wall. Here's Christensen to the goal. That's blocked, and now here's Mietinen. He'll try and clear this one down the ice, and it's going to get there. 1 minute and 47 seconds left as Brock Cripps touches up, and a face-off coming back in Silvertips territory. Raiders with a 4-2 lead, deficit. Silvertips, a lot of tired bodies on the ice, and who is going to use their timeout, if anybody?
Doing a masterful job on these face-off winning percentage.
Face-off coming inside Silvertip territory. Minute 47 left to go in this game. Raiders down by 2. Raiders, of course, will return to the Art Hauser Center on Tuesday, either with the series tied at 1 with the way things are going right now, or a comeback for the ages and a 2-0 lead with 3 games in a row at home. Minute 47 to decide as Oiring will line up for the draw against Mietinen, right side of Miller. Raiders get control off the draw. It's Heisey on the left wall looking for a passing lane. Heisey gets it back off the off the block pass from Bear now, and the shot from Oiring goes wide. Here's Coots to the middle of the blue line. Now Rudolph, juice bomb! And that's stopped by Miller. Play stopped again.
Good shot there by Christensen. A couple of opportunities for the Raiders with this pulled goaltender situation, and really good feed once again to Christensen.
Here once more. Minute 33 left to go. Oiring booted out of the draw. That means it's Heisey's turn. 6-on-5 for the Raiders here as the Raiders had it. One for a moment. The Silvertips get it out to center. Bear lost his handle on it. It bounces into Silvertip territory, and play stopped here. They are saying it was touched offside, so a face-off coming outside Silvertip territory. Silvertips don't like it, but the Raiders got a handle on it.
Offside.
Minute 25 left. Silvertips win it. DuPont has it in his own zone. He's looking for the empty net. He will miss just wide, and Rudolph will touch up for the icing call before they can even turn the music off.
Yeah, the music didn't stop. Still having to dig deep here, trying to get 2 goals in the last minute 18.
Oiring on the draw versus Mietinen. Tie up on the draw. Christensen gets it loose. Rudolph now right side for Coots. Coots to the middle for Rudolph. Rudolph barely holds the line. No, Carter Bear pokes it out to center. Coots has to skate back to his own blue line to reload. He'll send a pass ahead. Heisey pokes it into Silvertip territory. It's swatted back to center, and that one off the post and in. Mietinen will hit the empty netter, and the Silvertips will take a 3-goal lead. Pushing and shoving at the end of this here as Rudolph and Carter Bear were tied up at the end of things.
Yeah, Carter Bear was down on the ice. Rudolph, I think, finished the check. I'm not exactly sure what was going on over there, but nonetheless, it's an empty netter for Everett, and they're going to salt this one away. Obviously, 3 goals in a minute and 2 is asking a lot, especially in a game like this. And for the Raiders, you know what? It was a good pushback in this third period. Dax and Rudolph picking up a penalty on top of all this.
So the Everett Silvertips will take a 5-2 lead. 18 minutes and 58 seconds in. Julius Mietinen, his fourth point tonight, his first goal. Jackson Rudolph's in the box, but no penalty up on the board yet, and the Silvertips door is open as well. Looks like Rudolph's getting shown the door, or shown the tunnel instead.
So Dax and Rudolph heading down to the Raider dressing room, so perhaps a double minor, maybe, I don't know. Might have been a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, there's nobody in the box for the Raiders, but it is 5-on-4, so the Raiders will head to the Westview Steering break.
5-minute major.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I did not see what happened behind that play.
I did not see that at all.
Just the aftermath of it.
5-minute major, that's a reviewable.
Face-off won by the Silvertips. Last minute of play brought to you by our friends at Mr. Mike's. As Cade Rudig sneaks behind his net, he'll skate out the left side. Sent up the right side to center. Silvertips bring this one in down the right side here as Lyndon Barrett steps into a hard check there on Ueda. And now they'll battle for it, and Barrett's going after Ueda again. Here, Silvertips with control, though. Rudig, left side, Kaplan. Now Ueda, back through the middle. Evan Smith gets control. And roughing getting called on Lyndon Barrett. He'll go to the box to finish this game with 35 seconds left, but it'll be a 5-on-3 for the Silvertips. Yeah. Goes wide, and it comes to Ueda on the right side. Ueda plays it ahead. Matches Man takes it away. And the big man from Czechia skated out to center before he dumps it in from the red line. Anders Miller plays it. It's Rudig who gets control. 14 seconds left. He's going to skate it up ice. Now here's Chance. Stomps up at the Raider blue line. Finds a trailing Ueda. Ueda fires, blocked away by Orszalak. 5 seconds left here. Silvertips back to the blue line. Here's Rudig with it. Rudig looking towards the goal side of the goal. They score. It's Jesse Hetzloff. And they let time expire, but the goal did find its way in the back of the net before time finished.
Hetzloff was in a great position there. He makes that's kind of a no-brainer. That was just a great feed over to him. Obviously, the two-man advantage for Everett, and they moved that puck around. The game was already out of hand, so just kind of adding salt to the wounds here right now by Everett scoring that last goal. And the fans here, of course, are happy. And for the Raiders, this is a bit of a disappointing one. They came in here wanting to really put a lock on this series, try and get up 2-0, but they're still walking away from this with a split, which is your first order of business coming onto the road on a 7-game series.
Walking away with a split and a game 2 where you played very well to come back in this game here. This score is not going to look very good for the Raiders in the end of things, but they were within 2, pardon me. And pressing through the second and third. And I don't know if they're going to set up for one more face-off here. They have put the goal on the board. They haven't put any time on.
I'm not sure. The referee's over at the bench, and it looks like they're going to have to put one more line out here for one more face-off. 1 second.
Evan Smith, Maddox McKegarty, Matches Man, Justice Christensen out for the Raiders. Silvertips put out Kaplan, Brendan Rudolph, Jameson off the draw, pushing and shoving right away, but this one's over. Raiders and Silvertips will come back to Prince Albert for Game 3, tied at 1 apiece. Silvertips finishing things off tonight with a 6-2 victory over the Prince Albert Raiders. We'll take a break and be back on Brant Raider Radio and 900 CKBI.